Of the many positive attributes that the Quran teaches us, one is generosity. And if you want to study the human state, the archetypal state of the human being, the status quo, the psyche of the humankind, you only need to open the Quran and you will find the complete detail, all the variations. And a human being is constantly in a dynamic situation. He's either progressing or regressing. He's never static. The human being is either moving forward in his personal development and attributes and habits and character building, or he's regressing and falling back. And the Quran warns us of the attributes and qualities which we must avoid and cure ourselves of, find solutions. And the Quran gives us those solutions. One of those attributes, negative attributes, which need to be avoided, like the plague, like a disease, is shuh. And the person who has this attribute is known as shahih. Shuh is a type of intense greed and miserliness and selfishness. And the shahih is the person who has that attribute. And the Quran repeats this theme in many places. The Quran predicates success upon protection from this inner evil. وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. This theme is repeated in the Quran. It's not just mentioned in one place. And whomsoever is protected from the greed of his self, then they are the successful ones. Protection is from danger. Protection is from harm. Protection is from destruction. Protection is from punishment of the dunya and of the akhirah. وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ. The same word is being used in this ayah as is being used in the dua. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً. Oh Allah, our Lord, grant us the hasana, the good of the dunya and the good of the akhirah. Wa and qi, protect us. This is a request and instruction. In the dua it's a request. Adhab an-nar, from the punishment of the fire. Qi, the same word. وَمَنْ يُوقَ, in the passive sense, whoever is protected. And the one who tries to protect himself is called a muttaqi. So part of being a muttaqi, a righteous, pious, God-fearing person, is that an individual avoids that inner selfishness and greed. وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ. Whoever is protected from his inner selfishness and greed, فَأُولَٰئِكَ, then they alone are the successful ones. هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Al-falah. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Allah Ta'ala says the believers are successful. الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. And Allah gives us a whole list of their qualities. Allah Ta'ala says, أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَىٰ هُدًى مِّن رَبِّهِمْ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Again the word muflihun. They are on guidance from their Lord, and they them alone are the successful ones. The muaddin calls and he says, حَيَّ عَلَى الصَّلَاةِ حَيَّ عَلَى الْفَلَاحِ. Come to success. So part of the road to that success is to look inside of ourselves and cure ourselves from those inner diseases and seek the solutions to those inner diseases. Hence the Sharia gives us zakat, so we learn to purify that greed. It invites us to sadaqat. It tells us to give the sadaqatul fitr. It instructs us to perform the udhiyah. It tells us to look after our neighbors and needy relatives and beyond, so that this greed can be cured. And if we fail to do this, it grows inside us. And so you can become a millionaire or a billionaire, and you will constantly be afraid and watching the balance. I'm going to die of hunger, though Allah never lets you go to bed once in your lifetime on an empty stomach. If you're a greedy person, if you're a shahi, your family suffers. There's shiver in the cold, even though you can afford to pay the bills. When you're a greedy person, the people you employ suffer because you can pay their wages, but you still hold them back and pay them less than their due. When you're a greedy person, you can afford to pay the laborer that did that construction project on your house, built your extension, but you don't pay him, or you don't pay him on time, or you don't pay him enough. You find an excuse. Such is the evil of this greed. And on the other hand, when a person is generous, then everybody around him enjoys that generosity. And it's not restricted to money and spending, to food and clothing, to housing and to conveyances and vehicles and comfortable arrangements for travel. A couple had a divorce because he couldn't pay for her lunch on a budget airline, and she was suffering from a migraine, and they went into an argument. This is what you call greed. This is the state of wealthy people, comfortable working people. وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ. It's okay to save for the morrow, for the tomorrow, but only to a certain extent. There are obligations, but I want to finish by mentioning that this generosity, or on the other hand, the other end of the scale, this miserliness and selfishness and greed is not restricted to spending. It's about your time. It's about your attention. It's about you as a person. Do you have love to give to other people? Do you have time to give to other people? Do you have attention to give to your own spouse and children? To your own family and folks? Or is it all for me, me and myself? You close the door on the world around you. As long as I'm happy, everything is okay. No, nothing is okay. Such a person is the exact opposite of the successful person. He is destroying himself and society around him in the dunya, and he is not preparing well for the akhirah.